Welcome back to Let's Play Thousand Arms. Today is gonna be a little bit different. Partially because I'm friggin' tired as crap, man. Oh my god. I don't know why I am doing this to myself. But anyway, still gotta record because I want to keep this thing going, so that's what I'm doing. Now today we are neither going to be advancing the plot nor doing any dates. We are going to get some date stuff set up to where we can go do it later, though. I'm gonna use Teleportum for, like, the first time. And we're gonna go back to Mice's hometown of Kant. That is our first stop. With that crazy wave effect. And we're instantaneously there. Yeah, his town was right over here the whole time. You can see right over there, that's the Valley of Mist with the Mirror of Souls. Hometown, right over here. I think it might have actually shown up on video, and I just didn't point it out or something. Can't remember for sure, though. Anyway, it's, you know, kind of back to normal-ish. There's people around. This is Kant. Kant is a nice, peaceful town. And, yeah, like, pretty much everyone returned except for, you know, Mice's father, I guess, and the maids and everything. I wonder what Mill's research is about. We'll get to Mill in a bit. For now, NPCs. Because a spell doesn't have a physical form, it must be placed into an object in order to be used. That is referring to how the spells have to be placed into the weapons, and why we cannot use our spells if we don't have the weapons we imbued them onto. Like back when I tried to use Mice's Dark Sword, or back when I tried to use the Dark Sword, it didn't have any of the spells I had put onto Mice's sword. Kant is now peaceful and quiet, but I wonder who the Dark Acolytes are attacking now. Good question. I don't think there's anyone around up here, but there is a print club machine, and we've got a goddess statue here. Because we can indeed go on dates in Kant. In fact, there is someone who we can only date in Kant. But first we have to go through a little bit of something to, you know, make that possible. I have to keep talking to her. Hey. Hey, you.
What is it? I've something to think about right now.
Oh? So, what are you worried about?
I was thinking of a way to measure the mass of this planet. I'm so close to understanding the basic concept, but...
Oh, that. That was solved a long time ago.
What? How could that be? Do you know who solved it? Do you know the answer?
Uh-oh, I just made that up. What should I do now?
Never mind. I thought I was the first person to come up with that question. Now I need a new research topic. But you look familiar. Wait a moment. Aren't you Mice of the Triumph family? Do you remember me?
You're the girl from Kent whom Mice liked.
I'm so happy that you remembered me. I'm Mill Wind. You really meant it when you told me you only had eyes for me? It's been a long time since I saw Mice last. He wasn't just being a playboy after all.
I can still hear you, you know. Oh, what are you doing?
I have a habit of taking notes, in case a brilliant idea pops into my head. I wrote all about you in them, like how you approached me after talking to 3 other girls, and how you talked to 5 other girls after me.
I was so young back then.
I came up with a new research topic. It's a method to measure the distance between this planet and the moon.
Really now? Do you have an idea on how to measure the distance?
No, not yet. I mean, I just thought of the topic a couple of minutes ago. How about you, Mice? Do you have any ideas?
Not really. Let's climb a mountain and see how close we get. Nah, if I knew, I'd tell you.
You're right. Mice is being honest for a change.
Anyway, I'll help you.
I appreciate your offer, Mice. But you tend to make empty promises. You promised the world to another girl, just last week. What? Of course I was watching you. Observation is the basis of science. My mind is on my research, but it's difficult not to think about you. You know, I'd love to have your help with my research.
Alright. Research, huh? Can I consider this a date?
Of course. Research is what I enjoy doing the most.
Well then.
Are you working too hard for this?
Nah, I'm just saving the world. I mean, no, really, yeah.
Mice works really hard for my attention. I'm getting curious about him. Don't worry about the research, Mice. Just remember to visit me when you come back to Kant.
Alright then. And she gets a heart. So there you go. I could have done this as early as, like, from the time that the Landgood, like, crash-landed near Wayno Point. However, I couldn't, you know, I wasn't able to come back here because I didn't do it soon enough, basically. Like, you know, once you get to Tokyo Point, you're stuck on a path of a point of no return for, like, yeah, really a path of no return for a little while, at least. But finally, we were able to, like, go to other places again, so I did that, and now we can date Millwind, which I will be doing in another video soon, but we're not going to focus on that for now. For now, we're going to go back to Boyzby, too. Another place that we haven't been in quite a while. Let's see how things are shaping up here. Much like Kant, things are actually pretty much back to normal here, and there's also a print club machine here now that wasn't there before. It's been peaceful lately, isn't it nice? You bet it is. Oh hey, I didn't see you before. This is the town of Boyzby, yeah, I think you told me that way earlier in the game, actually. So I could actually do Sodino's date questions again, like now, if I hadn't already done them, but thankfully I already did them, so I don't really have to worry about that. A girl's mood changes very quickly. How often it changes varies from girl to girl. Game mechanics. You can forge weapons in the smithy, but you can't forge without a girl being present. Yeah, there's a smithy now. There's a new smithy here now, because Jobble's place didn't get fixed up, but there is a new place where we can forge here in Boyzby, which is important for a specific reason. If you are continuing on your journey, take good care of yourself. Places nearby are safe, but the dark acolytes are still in some remote areas. We shouldn't relax just yet. Yeah, best to be cautious. I heard there was a floating island somewhere in the world. I want to check it out. I've been there, dude. There are a couple of specific people I want to visit here. This video might be shorter than I was expecting it to be if I don't add more stuff to it. We'll see. If we come in here, we can find Master Kanoha, and he's got pretty ladies with him. This old man is so fun. Young men are so needy. That is such a turn-off. It's fun listening to him. There's more to a man than his looks. Hey, mice. Haven't seen you for a while. Are you doing well? As you can see, I'm doing great. Big cities are the best, with so many beautiful ladies around. It's like heaven, you know? Oh, you. Yeah, that's pretty much how he is. If you date too often, you will use up your master points. So that's what MP stands for. What? That's what MP I'm not even gonna think about that. Then you won't be able to forge weapons. Yes, indeed. Hello. Oh, it's so peaceful these days. I can even go out for a walk without worrying. But don't get too complacent. The same thing could happen again. We should always be on our guard. Never forget, and all that. There are stores that specialize in gifts you can give to girls. Yes, I'm aware. One of the other people I wanted to visit here in Boyzby is in this place. This little restaurant here. I'm gonna fight for Kyoka. Consider me the president of the Kyoka fan club. I'm kinda glad I tried talking to him. What about you? Kyoka is so cute. She is perfect. Welcome. Did you come here because of the rumor? Oh, you know her already? I see. Isn't she a sweet girl? Yes, Kyoka is here, and if we talk to her... Oh, Mice, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? People are good to me here. I'm really enjoying my life. And... have you seen Master Kanoha? Yeah, he never changes. Don't you think he should stop being that way? He should remember how old he is. Ever since coming to Boyzby, he has been seen with a beautiful woman in his home. If that's true, please warn him not to. I'm so ashamed. I'm so envious. Okay, I have to get back to work now. Take good care of yourself. Thank you for visiting me. Please come back and see me again. And although it's kind of unceremonious, with that, we can actually date Kyoka as well. And although, again, I'm kind of intending to save that for another video, we can also forge with Kyoka. Mill doesn't have anything that she teaches at level 1. However, Kyoka does have something she can teach at level 1, so I'll go ahead and go do that right now. The new smithy is, like, in this new house right here. So let's go ahead and use it. Forge weapon with Kyoka. She imbues the element of water onto the weapons. But more importantly, at level 1, if I forge with her with Soshi's katana, Soshi can learn Saiba. What is that attack actually? Where is it? Musorin Seiba. Whatever that means. I'm guessing Seiba is just like English for saber. I could be wrong though. It could be an actual. It could very well be an actual word too. I don't really know. Musorin though is obviously something like an actual Japanese word. I don't know what it is though. What it means. Oh well. Since we've learned that new skill though, why don't I put him into the front of the party for now? For a little bit. And I'll put Weena in, and Mice. Yeah, alright. Now, the next thing I'm going to be doing is actually going back to a dungeon we've been through before, the Lucent Cave. Oh, that's going through there again is going to be fun. I'll probably cut that out, but just to get to the Sacred Altar. There's something we need to do with the Sacred Altar. But anyway, yeah, in this house here, we've got the legendary Love Master. Before I talk to him, I've got something to point out. You'll remember that I got a kiss from Weena in that one video, but I, like, reset the game afterward, because I was dealing with that whole mess with Kylene, and I never actually gave the present to Weena again since then, off camera or anything, so technically I never got that kiss, as far as the game is concerned. And I'd also like to point out, well, okay, first I'll talk to him.
Love, happy, smoochy. Thanks again for freeing me. You the man.
Yes, all of his lines ever are voiced. Always.
Now, as a token of my gratitude... Damn, what's up with this? You're slipping. You ain't got a single kiss from a girl. Man, your future's dark.
Yeah.
All right. You, check it. Get some smoochy on a date, and I'll give you something in return. Watch and learn, my son.
This guy is so weird. So yes, Smoochy here will give us items for kisses. And of particular note is the Lord armor at, a requirement of 50 kisses. Most of the stuff, I think, like, okay, Elixir EX is just the best Elixir. G potions are they're good potions, but I mean, you can get those elsewhere. Romance novels... yeah, the rest of these are just gift items until System Disc, which will teach you a random spell. Probably a random spell that you don't know, I would hope. Hard Armor is a good equipment thing, I guess, although Lord Armor, I believe, is better, as you would expect, since it requires more. Also of note, you can only get the Lord Armor in, like, one other place in the game, as far as I'm aware, and that place is the last dungeon of the entire game, past a point of no return. So, yeah, kinda late there, and you could potentially get it much earlier if you get it from Smoochie. Or at least a little bit earlier. So this is why it's actually not to your benefit at all.
You feel the power of the Love Master? Come back anytime. Don't forget, you're always welcome in my hood.
Right then. It's actually to your detriment to go after the date questions. In more ways, in just multiple ways. Like, if you don't reset, not only do you end up, hurting for MP and probably over-leveled so that you could learn the skills necessary as you go along, but all those dates you did to get, all those times you chose a question instead of, like, just dating in a different spot, or instead of choosing the final option, which isn't a question, but just basically Mice asks them for a kiss, essentially, and they give it to him. But yeah, every single time that you, like, pick a date question, that's a time that you could have been getting a kiss, and you didn't. And that's actually quite to your detriment if you're hoping to save up for the Lord Armor, so... yeah. Fun times. I'm gonna leave in this battle so I can show off Soshi's new... I didn't rest at the inn. Whoops. Well, that's okay. It's a new enemy, so at least there's that. I'm gonna have to go back and rest at the inn. I've actually, interestingly, I don't recall, like, seeing that enemy over here, like, ever. That's, like, the first time I think I've ever seen that enemy. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played this game last, so I don't know. I know recently I was seeing a palette swap of that enemy in, like, the map area we just were, when I was doing some stuff off camera. Anyway, I'm just gonna warp back to Boyzby real quick. Not that it's completely necessary to actually use the teleportum, but I figure that way I can avoid dealing with any battles on the way back. So, rest at the inn real quick, and then... there's also something I want to show off with Weena. So I'm gonna go into her status and equip weapon. Yeah, that rusty stick we got is actually a weapon for Weena. As you can see, if you compare the stats, it's not a very good weapon. It doesn't have any spells on it. It's non-elemental, which is interesting, but it's a pretty weak weapon. I'm gonna show it off in battle so you can see what it looks like. There is a purpose to it beyond... it's not just like a joke weapon, though. Like, there's an actual purpose to getting it. It's actually the reason we're going back to the Lucent Cave. Welcome! Say anything different? What great weather, isn't it? Yeah, that's different. Alright, let's check in. By the way, I've come up with a theory about the voice quotes for this game when you rest at the inn.
Get up, mice!
For the voice quotes when you rest at the inn, and also for when you load your game. Like, we've had Kylie in our party, and we still, despite that, have not heard her, at any point. So, I guess it's not randomized, and it's not about whoever's, like, newest to your party. The best I can guess so far is, from everything so far, the best I can guess, the girl that talks to you in the morning at the inn, and, who throws out a quote when you load up your game, is based on whoever you have the highest intimacy with. So, judging from that, I guess, Weena's intimacy must be a little bit higher than Sodina's. Like, they're at the same level, like they're both level 7, I think? But I guess Weena must be closer to level 8 than Weena, or I guess Weena must be closer to the next level than Sodina is. So that's interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and show off this new special. Go, Soshi! After that guy multi-hits. Nice. I believe that has a chance of inflicting silence or something. Oh man, that... Yeah, look at that hammer. You didn't get to see it for long, but you can tell it's not a very good hammer. I guess this video is going to be long enough. It helps that I padded it just slightly. I guess, somehow. Anyway, I'm going to switch Weena into the front so that we can get a better look at her, you know, rusty stick or whatever in the next battle. And then after that, I'm gonna be just cutting out a trek through the dungeon. Freaking hate that place. I guess the battle I'll show was actually gonna be in the dungeon, but then I'll just cut to when I get where I need to be. Just gotta show one battle with the hammer, though. I like this area for the music and for the aesthetic. It's very pretty. But I don't like going through it because it's mildly maze-like in a couple areas, and it's made a lot worse by the fact that the design of it, while pretty, sometimes makes it hard to see where I'm going. Oh wow, that's like the worst possible enemy I could have encountered with this hammer, because I'm not going to be doing enough damage, and that thing scales to my level, so yeah, wow, 11 damage, that's not good. That gives you an idea of how weak it is when you're fighting an enemy at your proper, like, level around this point in the game. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and switch Weena out, because that's not fun times right there. Holy crap. I'll let Soshi handle this instead. You still got to see the hammer, and you still got to see how horribly weak it is, so that's pretty much all that matters. Go, Soshi, go! Go, Soshi, go! Critical hit rate raised. I'm gonna wait till he's... Oh, there we go. Didn't want to waste the special while the Damashi was just defending. Take that. And it's not dead. Please tell me it's not going to put me to sleep. I'm going to try and put it to sleep if it doesn't do it to itself. Man. Go to sleep. Seems like a weird animation and sound effect for... Did I put it to sleep? I wasn't paying attention to the text box. Oh, it worked! Nice. Okay. Mice can just hang out on standby, I guess. Actually, I'll have him heal Soshi, because I might as well. Just gotta wait for Soshi to wake up. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I'll throw out another one just to get him up to full HP, because I can. There we go. I will cancel defense and use... Nah, I'll use an attack. I don't really have to leave this whole battle in, but I don't know, it's kind of easier to just cut it at the, like, experience screen or something. Kill him! Yes! Revenge. I don't know if I've killed a Damashi since that one that ran away from me at the volcano. I probably have. I just don't remember. But regardless, revenge. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you when we get to the end of this dungeon. Get to the sacred smithy and all that. And here we are at the sacred smithy. Although I don't really care about forging at the sacred smithy, I just kind of want to go straight to the sacred altar. And yeah, I remember in an earlier video, I was like, why do they even let you go back to this place? And, well, I kind of forgot that there is a reason for that. You can go up to these, and when you've got the rusted weapons, you can examine these, and it'll ask you if you want to fortify a weapon. You can put one of the rusty weapons up there. I'm going to put the rusty stick up there. and then it'll, you know, show up there all dark like that, and it's gonna start brightening up. You're kind of expected to just leave and come back later after you've gone and done other stuff in the game, because this takes a while. I just let this run last night off camera so I could get a feel for how long it might take, and just did other stuff, and I didn't really time it exactly, but yeah, it did take quite a long time, and the developers did kind of throw something in there to I guess prevent you from just getting it that way, though. Like, I noticed even though it appeared to be fully fortified, it was not getting any brighter or anything anymore for, like, a long time. It wouldn't actually change over into the proper, like, powered-up weapon. It seemed like I had to leave the dungeon and come back or something, which I turned off the game because I didn't really feel like trekking through the dungeon again, so... This time, however, I will obviously be doing that, but first I'm just gonna let this sit. I'm just gonna let this sit here for a while, because, I don't know, I figure I can speed up the video, and then, I'm also curious, because if I can record the whole thing, I can find out exactly how long it takes, by just glancing at the difference in the timestamps in, like, video editing, so... I can throw up an annotation to tell you how long this actually took, and then, you know, I'll just pick it up whenever I do. So yeah, this is gonna take a bit, and I'll see you after a bit of hyperspeed, or maybe just a direct fade or something. Well, there you go. Isn't that insane? Now, at this point, it's still not... It's still a rusty stick. Like I said, it's not gonna just let us, just sit here the whole time and have it completely change over to the item we want. That said, I can take it with me and, replace it with something else if I want, but I don't actually care to do that right this moment. Thankfully, it keeps... I don't know if you might have been worried for a sec there. It actually does keep all of the, you know, like, amount that it charged up or fortified or started to power up or whatever. Anyway, thought I would show off Kylene's blunt or rusty weapon real quick. Yeah, that's hers. In battle, I should show what it looks like out of battle too. And as you would expect, it does... Oh, it's stronger than Weena's at least, I guess because you get it later in the game. Wait, no you don't? When did we get the stick? I don't think we got it much later than the... Wait, we got the stick later than the sword, didn't we? Wow, that's weird. Huh. Well, there you have it. Kylene's crappy weapon is stronger than Weena's by default for some reason. Still, though, it's pretty weak for the level we're at. Alright, now let me get back to the Sacred Altar after doing what I gotta do. Oh, wait, I forgot. I was supposed to show you what it looked, the graphic in the menu, too. That is what the sword looks like in the menu, so there you go. And that way you can see its stats and compare it to the sword that's actually been forged a little bit. It's not caught up with her current level, I don't think, but still. Yeah, you can see it's a lot better. Alright then, as for Weena, I went and actually grabbed her hammer real quick, just her other hammer real quick, just to show you that it actually has not changed at all, even from all that time in the fire. The only thing that makes a difference is when it completely changes over to the new weapon, basically. Now I have to go put that back, and then I'm gonna go do what I gotta do, and then I'll go back to the Sacred Altar. For those that find this sort of thing amusing, I should probably point out that at Sodina's current level, her max HP is 666. Enjoy that little bit. Welp, I went ahead and reset because apparently, the trigger for getting the rusty weapon to turn over into the non-rusty weapon is more than just leaving the dungeon and going back in immediately. I'm not sure what the trigger is. Maybe it's like something, maybe the programming is something like advance to next certain plot point unless you have reached a certain point that is so far into the game where it just says, okay, you can just have it if enough time passes.
Get up, mice!
I don't really know exactly how it works at all, obviously, but yeah, I couldn't get the like other hammer weapon yet for some reason, even though I let all that time pass. And I didn't really feel like trekking back out of the dungeon, so I just reloaded to where I was on the world map, and here we are. So I guess that'll be it for this video. I'll have to try picking up that hammer later after we've done some actual stuff, I suppose. But that'll have to wait until next time, and maybe then some. But yeah, next time, a dating video. I'm going to Kant first because dating... Wait. Oh, wait, actually... Technically, I think Palma's the first one I could have dated. Alright, since that's the way I was trying to do it, I'm actually gonna... I'll warp back to the Landgood off camera, and next time we'll have a date video with Palma. Then after that, we'll come back here to Kant to, you know, have a date video with Mill, and then finally we'll go to Boyzby and have one with Kyoka. So, I'll see you then. Take care, guys.